I'm up in the middle of the night here in Denver, and honestly, it's the best time to be in the gym. No crowds, just me and the equipment. This is day one of my travel series, and I'm not letting a hotel stay break my momentum. I'm here to stick to my workout plan. So today I'm going to focus on the chest and triceps because I want to maintain my pushing power. I'm 66, and I've realized that if I want to be the guy who still hoists my own heavy carry on into the overhead bin, I have to own my strength every single day. So at home during the warm up, I usually start with kettlebells, but I don't have them here. So I'm using these 15-pound dumbbells for crescent sweeps to limber up and gauge my mobility. I've learned the hard way that if I feel tight from the flight, I don't rush the warm up. So I'm just starting with about 5 sweeps with each leg. These are my crescent sweeps I've talked about before. It's 4 a.m. and I feel really tight, but I'm just going to do the crescent sweeps, walk back and forth just a little bit here in this hotel room gym. And I'm really just copying what I do in the gym at home, but in a smaller space. I'll be honest, I always want to skip this warm up part. If you're like me, you just want to get to the meat of the workout, start lifting the iron. But at 66, skipping the warm up is a mistake I just can't afford. Think of it like an old engine on a cold morning. You don't just rev it up the second you turn the key over, you let the oil circulate. I do these crescent leg sweeps and walking around to get the quote unquote oil in my joints moving. It makes my actual lifting a lot more pleasant and, even more important, it's my number one insurance policy against a silly injury that could sideline me for a month. Okay, I just do about, say, 10 sweeps with each leg, inside crescents, outside crescents. Plus, standing on one leg helps me with my balance. But I'm warmed up enough, still a little stiff, but I'm ready to go ahead and start getting into the lifting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with the meat of this session. I'm lucky that this hotel has an adjustable bench. This bench plus a set of dumbbells gives me a ton of choice. Today, since we're working on chest, I'm going to start out with some incline flies. The first thing I do is I just do a few sets, just a few reps with, let's say, 10 pounds. Now, I always carry my list of exercises with me in my little gym kit right next to my earbuds. I've prepared a couple of workouts for Denver, but not knowing exactly what equipment I would have here, I couldn't decide on which specific workout to do before I got here. Some hotels list all their equipment on their website, but with most hotels, you just have to look at a picture on the website, hence the need to always have some flexibility in your prep. Okay, I'm starting off with 30 pounds today. I'm fresh. It's my first lift of the day, but it is 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, here we go. Okay, as my set progresses, you're going to notice that I'm getting a little bit slower. Maybe my form isn't quite as great. Maybe I struggle a little bit. I'm showing you this because this is what a guy who's 66 years old looks like when they're working out on the road. I try and keep pushing through. I count my reps. I'm doing my best. Now, at this point, as you can probably see, I'm starting to get a little bit more fatigued. I just have to keep pushing through. That is just so vital. One of the things, especially those last few reps, you just kind of got to dig into your mind. Try and, I don't know if you say push away the pain or just get through the muscle fatigue as best you can. Almost there. Can you feel my exhaustion? Not too bad. 30 reps, 30 pounds. Now, what I should have done was go for 35 pounds. I didn't look at my sheet accurately enough. Sorry about that. Next time, we're going up to 35 pounds. But at least I got a good workout in. Okay. Okay. I just finished up my 3 minutes rest. I don't skip on my 3 minutes rest, even when I'm on the road. Especially as you get older, at least for me, I need that rest time when I'm doing a major muscle group like my chest. If I'm doing arms, if I'm doing maybe my abs, maybe I'll cut that rest period down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But trust me, you're not going to hurt yourself any by waiting 3 minutes in between sets. At least that's what I do. Okay, so now set number two, we went up to 35 pounds. We're hoping to get 30, maybe 25 to 30 reps out of this. Let's see what we get. Okay, at this point, I'm about halfway through. Starting to feel it a little bit more, but I'm not nearly fatigued yet. It hurts. It's tiresome, but I'm not quite at a real bad pain point yet. Now it's starting to get there. I'm really starting to tell that I'm almost done. Push through a little bit. Done. Made it to 30 reps. Good job. Set the timer for 3 minutes. 3 minutes rest. Guess who forgot to film set number three? Okay, I didn't really forget. I had the camera on the floor. Sorry. Set number three, I went up to 40 pounds. I did 22 reps. I had my 3 minutes rest in between, and then I did my 3 minutes rest after. Okay, set four. We stayed at 40 pounds. Our goal, I think, is about 20 during this set. Uh, it is the fourth set, but it's still the first overall exercise I'm doing this morning. So even though it's early in the morning, my muscles still have quite a bit of strength left. Okay, as you know, I like to do between 10 and 15 sets per workout. Now I'm on the road, I'm in unfamiliar gym, so we can adjust that a little bit. Plus I'm kind of tired. But on this fourth set, I'm still doing pretty good. So we're pushing through, we're doing the best we can. One of the things you noticed is maybe my form isn't always the best. I probably don't go down as far as I should on the downstroke, but I keep pushing through. It's for me, it's better to do it with a slightly incorrect form than just to always try and be perfect and not do it at all. Okay. Pretty good fourth set overall. Okay, I'm going to go into a 3 minute rest now. Then I'm going to do some push ups. Okay, here's a recap of those incline flies. This will be on the Craig's Vault website as well, plus some links to some extra videos showing even more tips like we always do. Part two is coming up of this travel workout, more chest via the push-up and some tricep work with some skull crushers. Remember, we're not just staying active, we're building a legacy of strength that most people our age think is behind them. It's about more than reps. It's about the mental discipline to track, adjust, and own every single day.